Energetic, very outgoing, lovely personality. Just loves everybody. Doesn't have enough time for everybody. I mean, just wants to just get to know everybody a little bit, and that's really good if you're doing energy work or healing. You need to have that kind of personality. Uh, Very easy to get along with. You go in, and rather than it being a little awkward or whatever, she just jumps right in. Gets to know you like you've been friends forever.
So Reiki is a Japanese term, and Rei means spiritually guided or spiritual, and Ki is life force energy, just like the Chinese word Qi. You might have heard of Qi or Qigong or Tai Chi. Same sort of thing, the life force energy. So you're combining Rei and Ki, spiritually guided life force energy. Reiki is a spiritually guided, hands-on and hands-off form of healing. So it's a very light touch, putting the hands gently on the body or above the body, working with more the energy system of the body. It's spiritually guided.
Oh, she just puts her hands, on the place that's bothering you. Her hands are warm, and wherever she puts her hands, it feels so warm and comforting on that spot, and that's what helped my legs so much.
Reiki sort of evolved as I was learning to do readings, and actually I learned Reiki before I found workshops on shamanism. Again, I just sort of, in spirit, in communication with my angels and my spirit guides, they told me, you need to learn Reiki. We in spirit have attuned you in Reiki. You need to be attuned by someone in here on earth, and you need to learn Reiki. So I started buying books about Reiki and reading about it, and then I found someone who could give me the attunements, because to practice Reiki you need to be attuned into the energy. And I since have studied at different schools and different forms of Reiki, and that I was attuned in 2006 for the first time. And I have since been attuned many times, and I attune others, and I've practiced Reiki ever since, and it's a beautiful form of healing art. And that evolves, and it blends very well with shamanic work and with massage and any type of healing energy work. Is used to calm people, to reduce pain, to help bring balance. It's not used in place of medicine or other therapies. It's used as a complement to those other therapies or medicine. For instance, somebody with diabetes or heart disease, the Reiki might help their body come into balance and build their immune system up. Somebody studying for a test that's struggling with their class, Reiki can help calm them so they can think with more clarity. Somebody that has pain, Reiki will help relieve that pain. So it's complementary, it's beautiful, it works on levels, not only physical, it works on mental and emotional layers and spiritual layers. Somebody that's maybe having depression, Reiki can help that part of them, that emotional layer of them that needs help in relieving depression. So there's many aspects to which Reiki works at, some that we just don't know. We just know it works.
Just based on some of the sessions I've had with her, I can maintain a more relaxed attitude, I suppose. You come out of a Reiki session just feeling on top of the world. I feel like you took a long nap. I don't know if you've had Reiki, but it's very relaxing. I would compare it to massage, only you don't necessarily even get touched during Reiki. It's hands hover over the body and energy does its own work.
Shamanism covers a wide variety of healing arts. It's, again, I mentioned that it had been the most ancient form of healing arts, again, coming from the Siberian word That means to see in the dark. So a person that can practice shamanism is one that can travel. Well, in this reality, we call this reality. We call this ordinary reality. You and me seeing each other, the camera, the room, the table, the candle, this angel. This is all reality. A person that practices shamanism learns to travel into what we call non-ordinary reality in order to find spirits that can help in healing, whether it's a power animal or to talk to plant spirits and ask what herbs might help somebody, to maybe find quantum pieces of energy we call soul parts that might have been missing that we need to bring back to help that person on their healing journey. So somebody that practices shamanism understands and has studied and has learned how to go into light trance using often a rattle, okay, or a drum. Often a drum is used. And it takes your brain into that theta wavelength that helps you in a calm, light trance, and often with the eyes closed, because we are ones that see in the dark. We're able to see and make our way and journey into those other forms of reality to bring back whatever you, the client, you need for your journey, your life's journey. Well, I've always been interested in shamanism. When I was really young, a little girl, I believed that I was a healer. I thought I was perhaps a Native American healer. And I just knew the word shaman. Nobody had told me what that was. I just knew it. So as my intuitiveness developed and my readings developed and my ability to communicate with the spirit world developed, I wanted to use it in a helpful, healing way for people. And so I started searching for workshops and such that would teach shamanism. I didn't know if there was such a thing. And at about the same time, I found both a healing arts school where I learned massage, but I also at that time found a school of shamanism that I started, and I've taken classes from them, and now I have taken master classes from them. It's called the Four Winds Society. And I also went and learned massage and other healing arts that also expanded my ability to read energy, and that was through Windermere Institute of Healing Arts in Decorah. So all of that training, and since then I've trained with Hawaiian masters and kahunas to learn Hawaiian shamanism, and I've read and studied many other forms. Just because it's so much fun to learn, and it expands my abilities to read energy and practice the art form of shamanism. The word shaman is actually a word from Siberia, meaning one who sees in the dark. So it's the most ancient form of medicine in the world. The one thing I'd like to clarify is I never call myself a shaman. If you, the client, identify me as a shaman, that's an honor. I practice shamanism, I study shamanism, but I will never call myself a shaman. The community has to recognize me as a shaman. So you have to earn that title. When I say healing, I don't do any healing. I'm the witness, I'm the conduit, I'm the helper. I'm the assistant, but you, the client, are doing your own healing. And it's not even a healing, it's a coming into alignment with your well-being. It's going, that's how I find balance. If I understand now, if I become this and do this, my life will flow more easily, or the pain will go away. It's helping you to find that balance so you don't have to live in fear or depression or pain it's helping you to find your alignment. I've always known I was intuitive and could read energy in people, but it really started to expand about 13 years ago when my father passed away, and I started reading about other mediums and spirituality, and I went, wow, I do this. I could do this. I already do this. And so I just started reading with family and using, little angel cards and forms of divination, and started reading for families and friends, and have just expanded from there. I've done training, and I do lots of workshops and such to expand and get better at this so I can be a clear channel for people. Gosh, I've contacted, many of my own relatives have come through, but I often don't know the people coming through. The person I'm reading for knows them. So for instance, I describe who is speaking to me in spirit, and the person who's sitting for the reading will know exactly who that is based on the description or the sensations I'm getting, the feelings I'm getting, the time frame I'm getting for them, the physical description, their personality, and they'll know if it's grandma or uncle or cousin or whatever. They'll know who it is based on the description of what's coming through. Yeah.
And she's always been there to tell us about things that no one would know. And so that she knows what she's talking about. And she helped our family and myself a lot when our granddaughter passed away. She was there whenever we had questions. She'd tell me what my granddaughter wanted. And when Christmas came, and Briar was tiny, she was only like 1 or 2, and we bought her a merry-go-round for Christmas. And we always had it out and had it playing every Christmas. And Carol goes, Briar wants something she wants you to do, and it's something that you would use at a park. And I kept thinking, well, I don't know what it would be. And then when I got home, I had taken that merry-go-round out that morning, and that's what Briar wanted. And Carol let me know that that's what she was talking about. So it was really nice to have somebody there that comforts you, yet let you know that she's safe, that she's with God. It's more relaxing once you had a reading with Carol, and she relaxes you mind and spirit. And she's really good at what she does. Very good.
Is your mouth sore? I feel
Yeah.
like your mouth is really sore.
My tooth is extremely sore.
Okay, you need to go get that.
Yeah,
Checked.
I have an appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, that's extremely
Yeah.
excruciating.
You need some ibuprofen?
No, I'm,
Okay. Or some Reiki?
I've been on ibuprofen all day, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they just pointed here and they went, sore.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And you're here sitting.
I actually wanted to see if you'd notice that.
Yeah.
I was trying to hide the pain.
No, they pointed. When I say they, I have spirit guides, and you all have spirit guides and angels, the wonderful angels that are here. And they pointed there and they said sore. So she's being kind of funny. She's saying, tell people to find a quick way to die. Don't linger. Okay? So she's telling you guys.
He knows who you're talking
Okay.
about.
You know?
I think so.
Okay. So that's what she's saying. When it's time for your soul to exit, do it quickly. Don't linger. So whatever advice that is, that's interesting advice. But I suppose most people would rather go quickly, wouldn't they? And not be afraid of it. The fear comes in lingering and being ill and not feeling well. There's no fear once you leave the body.
And she said that.
She said that. There's no fear once you leave the body. So
I would say I didn't either for the longest time until I met Carol. And then she would say things like, my husband's mother, one day, she said, do you know somebody that wears their hair in buns, the old-fashioned buns? And I said, well, yeah. And she goes, well, she's standing by you. And it was my husband's mother. You know, it's just things like that that you never, think about. So, yeah. And I'd recommend anybody go see her if they have any questions. And I was skeptic too, but she proved me wrong in more ways than one. Yeah, she did.
I could see why people would be skeptical of psychic or energy work. That's probably healthy. I think what wouldn't be healthy, though, is turning blindly on anything non-invasive, like I said. Anybody who is skeptical or unsure of the unknown should dive right in. I mean, you have nothing to lose.
Oh, I would recommend her to anyone that had the questions. And I know one time she had a panel. We invited a bunch of people, and they came in, and she did readings for for the whole group. And everybody was so surprised because oh, that's my grandma. Oh, that's my mom, or that was my sister. So yeah, it was really good that everybody they connected to the ones that were gone.